There she is in all her glory. Well, kinda. Man, I don't know, guys. What you looking at, Willis? All right, guys, welcome back. So this week we've kind of slowed down a little bit. We did that video on rating my subscribers Celicas. If you want to enter that, I'll leave the email link in the description below, and also I'll put a card right up here for that video. So we've been back to working on the VIS carbon fiber hood for the Celica. You can see the scoop there. Looks pretty good. I just went ahead and used a cheap Rust-Oleum clear coat on the hood scoop. I'm gonna take it back off. I just wanted to see, you know, I've never tried to restore carbon fiber before. So I wanted to see exactly how much I have to get out of there and how much that the new clear is going to hide. So basically there's a bunch of cracks all over the place, and I'm glad I did this. And I'm gonna go ahead and flip this camera around and show you kind of what we're dealing with on the hood scoop, and then we'll wet some of this down. It's all covered in sanding dust right now, and we'll kind of show you what's going on. All right, so like I said, I used a really cheap clear on this, and it doesn't look too bad. You can see how it's kind of green. That's the old resins. So ideally, I want to get all of that green out of there, which means I have to sand down basically to the bare fiber. If you look right there, you can see that's a pretty decent crack in the corner. I'll actually have to re-resin in there. But as I was afraid of, you can see that some of these cracks you can still see through a clear. So I'm going to take this part down to the fiber as well, which means I'm going to have to eliminate this green color. Otherwise, where I go all the way through to make repairs on stuff like this, that'll be kind of just the black and gray color that carbon fiber is, and I'll have spots, which you can kind of see. Obviously not a good clear, and I didn't prep it super well, so you can kind of see the imperfections there. I just wanted to see what I was dealing with. Right here is a really good example. You can see where we've gone down to the fibers here. You can kind of see the pattern there. So that's as far as we need to go on these pieces. And that's what we need to do to get all of these little scratches and cracks out. The fiber's fine under here. It's just the resin itself. You can see another spot over here where that's as far as we need to go. We've gone down to the fiber, which is going to eliminate that green color. But again, kind of sucks because it means we're going to have to do that to this entire thing. So what I want to do next is I'm going to take some of my Windex, which I've been using just to wet down and get the dust off. When I want to start another round of palm sanding basically, and I've been alternating between a foam block by hand and different grits with a palm sander. So if I spray this area here that we were talking about, and then I kind of wipe it back, you'll be able to see where it's not quite as green. I don't know how well the camera is going to pick that up, but right in here, we actually sanded completely through, and you can see that green tint is gone. The biggest trouble spot in this entire hood is going to be right down in here. I'm going to show you why. So if you look right there, you can actually see there's a crack. And this, the fibers were actually cracked there. I just put some super glue on there to hold it together while I was sanding. But that's something eventually that we're gonna have to take back down to the bare fibers and then re-resin that spot. Now that spot is the only spot where the weave is actually damaged just a little bit. It's about that big, not a really huge deal. Again, this is like a $1,200 hood that I got for $100. And when I bought the thing, the whole thing was painted. One other thing I wanted to show you was if you're doing this, I've never dealt with this before, so I didn't know how strong the fiberglass resin was. I'm not a body guy. I love doing the stuff, but I kind of have to go by trial and error, read on forums, stuff like that. If you look right here, you can see the weave again, where that's as far down as we want to go, or we'll actually damage the carbon fiber. But if you look, you can see these little scratches. You can see these little scratches, and that's actually because, let's see if we can get a better one. It's hard to see them. You can see in the bottom corner there. Those are the scratches I'm talking about, right next to where the fiber is actually where we want it to be. That happened because I used a brass brush, and I had my Dremel going really slow, but apparently the brass brush was way too aggressive, so I switched back to just doing the palm sander. This thing's gonna be a lot of work, you guys. I'm gonna set you up really quick and do a time lapse. I'm gonna clean the whole thing off just so you can see where we're at without all the dust. All right, we got it cleaned off. Let's flip you around and take a look at this thing. All right, so now you can really see all of the cracks in the resin there. Again, the fiber is fine, and this is what I was talking about. See where it's more the natural carbon fiber color? This is just some dust that didn't come off, but that's what we want. So I have to actually sand out all of those cracks to that point to get them out of there. And if we look right here, that's going to be all super glue. So you can kind of see right in here where the fibers are cracked a little bit. That won't ever be 100%, but we're going to have to take that out of there. You can also see some marks that I marked for myself, just so I know, like, that's the bare weave there. I don't want to go any farther on that section. When I got this hood, the entire thing was painted black and had a coat of primer on it. So, I mean, we're getting somewhere, you guys, but this is an absolute beast of a project. You can see right here, there's a whole bunch of cracks in this section along the front here, and then I have to do a little more sanding by hand in these areas to get the rest of the paint off. There she is in all her glory. Well, kinda. All right, guys, so that's where I'm at with the carbon fiber hood project. You can see, I mean, it doesn't look too bad. I have probably 20 hours into this hood right now. I think it'll look really good when we're done. I'm obviously gonna have to run hood pins. You can see the hole that's down in there, but I'm super excited. It's just a really slow process. So I've been trying to come out every night, sand for a couple hours until I can't take it anymore, but this is how this kind of stuff goes, you guys. You just have to be patient. If you rush something like this, you're not gonna get the results you want. So we're gonna stay patient. We're gonna get this carbon fiber VIS hood rolling for the Celica GTS, fix that C1 lip, and then hopefully we can move on and just be done with the thing for a little while. I just want to get this done so I can put it on the car. I just wanted to show you guys the progress. If you know a better way to sand old resin, please leave me a comment down below, because again, I'm not a body guy. I've painted a couple cars, I've done some rust repair and stuff like that, but for the most part, I just do it just as a hobby, you know, and that's what this stuff is all about. When I'm done with this thing, I'm gonna be able to stand back and be like, yeah, I did that myself, instead of going out and buying a new one, which I couldn't really justify the cost of anyway. So you guys, if you enjoyed this video, please drop me a like down below. Do it, drop a big like on this video. Subscribe to the channel if you have not already and you want to see more content on the 5.0 for the Fox body coming soon, and of course the Celica GTS. Thanks for watching, guys. Again, if you want to submit a photo for the Rating My Subscribers Celica's mini-series, the email will be in the description. Just send me a couple photos and we'll get another episode rolling. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next time.